welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about who all are the rich states of India and who all are the poor states of India. And this is a report which has been published by the government. So let us see that how the states of India have been performing since the time we have got independence. So let us first of all look at the points of discussion. First we will be looking at the news, then the richest Indian states and the poorest Indian states, and then in the end we will be comparing it, the GDP and the per capita income with China, and in the end prelims practice question. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, that is economy, and will be very useful for you for quoting these terms or for quoting these figures in your mains answer writing when you write your answers. And before moving forward, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. The news talks about India's richest and poorest states revealed. South rises, but what happened to Bengal or Bihar? So let us see what as of now is happening is that the report from Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, so PMEAC, that is the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, has come up with a report, and this report talks about that the per capita income. When we say per capita income, so per capita income means that how much on an average Indian individual is earning in a particular year. Like for example 2024, 2025. So in a particular year, how much on an average Indian individual is earning. So that is the per capita income. So the per capita income in the 5 large southern states, that is Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, was less than the national average in the year 1991. And 1991 was the year when the economic revolution took place, and this was the time when globalization, privatization and liberalization took place. So the great economic reforms of 1991 changed the economic scenario of India, and this was the time when liberalization, because of the liberalization efforts. So what happened within the liberalization? So few of the very important steps or points which were taken at this point of time was, like for example, the license Raj was removed. FDI and FPI was allowed in India. The duties and tariffs were reduced. And then the private companies were promoted, and then the public sector monopoly was reduced. So these were few of the measures which were taken at the time of 1991 economic reforms, because of which the economy took a complete U-turn and started to move upward. And this was the time that before the time of 1991, the major 5 southern states, like for example Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. At that point of time, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh was one state, but now both have been separated in the year 2014. But after 1991, the per capita income of these southern states has been on a rise since then, while on the other hand, the other states whose per capita income before the 1991 was high, but now is comparatively less, and also less than these southern states, like for example Bengal, like for example Punjab. So we will be covering this in detail. And then since the historic liberalization, that is the great economic reforms of 1991, these 5 states have grown by leaps and bounds, and not all of them count among the richest states in India by per capita income. Even though the richest state in India are not all these 5 states, but if we will compare it since the time of 1947 when India got its independence, but since the time of 1947 to 1991 when the economic reforms took place, these 5 southern states were not performing that well. But after the liberalization of or the economic change of 1991 or the economic reforms of 1991, these 5 states, the per capita income or the GDP contribution of these states in India's national GDP has been very high or is being increasing. So let us see. Now let us talk about the richest Indian states. So in this slide, we will be talking about the richest Indian states and how they are contributing to India's national average. So we will be talking about the richest Indian states. So per capital income. So if per capital income we will be seeing, and we will be seeing in percentage terms. So this is 1960, 61, and this is 2023, 24. So this is the recent scenario and this is the old scenario. Okay. So first we have Delhi. During the time of 1960-61, it was 218.3% and now it is 250.8%. It means that per capital income, if we talk about, then Delhi is contributing around 250.8%. So one of the highest per capital income. Then we have Telangana. During the time of 1960s, Telangana was not in existence. It was combined with Andhra Pradesh, but now Telangana is 193.6%. Then we have Karnataka. 1960-61, it was 96.7%, but now it is 180.7%. See the jump in Karnataka. Then comes Haryana. Haryana during the time of 1960s was 106.9%, but now it is 176%. Haryana has also taken a jump. Then comes Tamil Nadu. During the time of 1960, it was 109.2% and now it is 171.1%. So do you see that few states have taken a very high jump, and these are the richest Indian states, that is Delhi, Telangana, Karnataka, Haryana, Tamil Nadu. Even though Delhi is a union territory, but the contribution or the per capita income or the contribution of Delhi in India's GDP is very high, and that is why it has been mentioned here. Other union territories is not mentioned. So Delhi has seen a jump. Telangana's start has been very good. Then Karnataka has taken a huge jump. Haryana huge jump. Tamil Nadu huge jump. Now let us see that the per capita income shown here should be read as a percentage of the national average. So the percentage terms in which it is given in the terms of percentage of national average, that how much percentage of national average are at what they stand for. Then the 100% would mean twice that of the national average. It means that Delhi is having per capita income around more than twice of national average. Then 5 large southern states together accounted for approximately 30% of India's GDP in the financial year ending March 2024. So the southern states like, for example, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. So these 5 states as of now are performing very well and is contributing around 30% in India's GDP. Then Maharashtra, if we talk about, then Maharashtra is also a state which contributes almost highest percentage in India's GDP, and with regard to the per capita income also they do very well, and they are known as the financial capital of India also. So India's largest contributor to GDP is Maharashtra, even though its share has come down, but still the share is very large. So in earlier times the share was around 15%, but now it has come down to around 13.3%. Even though it has come down, but still it is very high. And then if we talk about the per capita income, so India's per capita income is around, you can say, if we talk about the per capita income, so you can say of India on national average is around 2.25k US dollars. So this is the per capita income of India, and it keeps on varying, goes up and down, and it also, the number varies because of the value of dollar also keeps on changing. Now let us talk about the poorest Indian states per capita income. Poorest Indian states, if we talk about, then 1960-61, 2023-24. So this is the recent scenario. Now let us talk about the poorest Indian states. So this is Bihar. During the time of 1960, the contribution was 70.3%. 2023-24, it is 32.8%. So it has come down. It means negative. Then comes Jharkhand. Jharkhand was also not there during the time of 1960. It was combined with Bihar. but 2023-24 it is 57.2%. It is actually low. Then comes Uttar Pradesh. During the time of 1960s, it was 82.4%, and 2023-24 it is 50.8%. It means it has also gone down in negative. Then comes Manipur. During the time of 1960, it was 50.3%, and 2023-24 it is 63%. Even though the rise has taken place, but still the performance is not up to the mark. Then comes Assam. During the time of 1960, it is 102.9%, but during the time of 2023-24, it has come down to 73.7%. It means this has also gone down in negatives. So these are the 5 states which are poorest when it comes to the per capita income, because these are not performing well. So that is Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Manipur and Assam. Now when we talk about the per capita income, if we talk about states then who are doing well in India, so you can say the states which are doing well in India is Goa, then it is Sikkim. So Goa and Sikkim performs very well with regard to the per capita income. Then Delhi also you can take. So Goa, Sikkim and Delhi. And poorest we have just seen, so that is Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh. And there is one more state. It does not come in the poorest 5 states when it comes from the regard of per capita income, but a state which has previously done very well, but the numbers are coming down. So the 2 states can be Punjab and West Bengal. So during the time of 1940s and 50s, these states were doing really well, but after the 1991 liberalization scenario, the per capita income has come down. Punjab, you can say that during the time of 1960s and 70s is performed really well. The reason can be regarded as the evolution or the initiation of Green Revolution. And it was the time when too much emphasis was done on agriculture, and the problem started when the shift to industrialization could not take place in particular states. So Punjab can be a good example of that. And one more state whose performance has come down, and that is West Bengal. So West Bengal, it becomes a problem from the perspective of policies and implementation of policies, that something has gone wrong, and that is why the performance of the state has not been up to the mark. Then if we talk about the Uttar Pradesh contribution to India's GDP is down to 9.5% from 14%, and Bihar's contribution to GDP is around 4.3%. So these 2 states, the contribution has come down. Then Punjab per capita income has come down from 169% during the time of 1971 to 106%. So Punjab per capita income has been on a decline. Then if we talk about West Bengal, so West Bengal contribution is 10.5% of the national GDP during 1960s and 60s, and its shares now stands at 5.6%. So West Bengal's contribution to India's GDP has almost halved. It has almost reduced by 50%. Then states per capita income has dropped from 83.7%, has dropped to 83.7% from 127.5%. So the states which are not performing well is Punjab and West Bengal, also apart from Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Manipur and Assam. And if we talk about the per capita income top performing states, so that can be Goa, Sikkim and Delhi. Now let us talk about the relative growth of India and China's economies during the time of 1990s and 2022. So even though with each passing year, India's economy is also growing and is jumping, or you can say, and is coming upward in the economy list when it comes to GDP numbers. So you can say during the time of 1990s, see where India was at a lower phase, but since the time of 2000s, India is on a rise. This is 2010, this is 2013 and this is 2022. So the bigger economies as compared to India are US number 1, China number 2nd, then Japan 3rd, or Germany 4th. And Japan and Germany keeps on changing also, and India is at the 5th position, and very soon India will be crossing Japan and Germany and will reach to 3rd position. And then if we talk about this chart talks about GDP in current US dollars. So this is the chart with regard to the GDP percentage, and this is year. This is 1990, 1995, 2000, 2010 and 2020, 22. So if we will see India's GDP, so during the time of 2022, it is 3.4 trillion US dollars. Then comes the GDP per capita in current US dollars. So per capita in current US dollars also, if we will see, this is 2022. So this is India's graph, and it talks about almost reaching 2,000 US dollars. And in comparison to, if we will see in comparison with China, then the GDP of China has skyrocketed during the times of 2000 and 2010, and the GDP till the time of 2022 is 17 trillion. And if we talk about the per capita income of China, then it has also skyrocketed during the time of 2010 and onwards. So the per capita income is 12,000 US dollars. But as of now, if we will see the economic scenario, then China's economy is on the verge of a slowdown, and India's economy as of now is also increasing at a decent pace. So in the coming times, India will be at a situation where the economy will be going up. So this was about the India's poorest states and the richest states. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section. It is a PYQ of the year 2020. Gold trench. You must have heard this word if you are reading newspapers on daily basis. That is gold trench. That is reserve trench. What it refers to. So gold trench, reserve trench refers to a loan system of the World Bank, one of the operations of a central bank, a credit system granted by WTO to its members, or a credit system granted by IMF to its members. What you have to focus on is the important words like IMF, that is the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, WTO, which is World Trade Organization, then central bank. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.